How to shove it out of a grind or slide. For all of my examples, I'm going to be using a backside lip slide with a shove it out on blubber. This is because I've been asked multiple times for tips for people who are trying the historical challenge, but honestly, it's all relevant to any object. I just want to take a moment to note that there is a difference between a shove it out of a grind or slide and a pop shove it out. To shove it out of a grind or slide, first we need to make sure that the quick shove-its are turned on. You can do this by going to the menu, Options, Gameplay, Flip Trick Settings and then Quick Shove-its. There are three different choices you can choose from. Off, you can't perform quick shove-its. On, you can perform quick shove-its all the time. And grind only, you can perform quick shove-its whilst grinding or sliding. It's also worth noting that shove-its are only performed with either the front or the back foot, unlike pop shove-its. Depending on what game settings you use will affect the way that you shove it out of a slide, but the main thing is timing. On blubber, I like to start to shove it out as the board reaches the bottom flat. However, this does vary slightly depending on your speed, but using this as a marker does tend to help, I find. With my preferred settings, I have the trick relative inputs turned on. This means that the direction you pop a trick from changes relevant to where the stick is pointed. Because we're using the back foot to perform the shove it out, the right stick will start and move from the left and move up and round to the top for a backside shove it, or round and down to the bottom for a frontside shove it. If you're playing with trick relative inputs turned off, the right stick would start from the bottom and move round and up to the left for a backside shove it and move round and up to the right for a frontside shove it. It's worth highlighting that I actually let go of the inputs a split second before performing the shove it out. This isn't strictly needed, but I find it makes the movement for the shove it more controlled and removes the risk of not releasing the left stick in time. But we really are only talking about a split second. These movements can be particularly difficult to get used to doing, so don't worry if it's taking you a while to get hang of. Session is a highly skill-based game. That said, there is one thing we can do to make it easier for ourselves. If we go to the menu, Options, Gameplay and then Grind Settings, here we can turn Casual Grind on and off. Casual Grind removes almost all of the validation checks for grinds. This reduces realism but makes it vastly easier to stay in the grind. You can actually completely let go of the grind inputs once you're in the grind, meaning all you have to do is focus on the shove it out. I found this a particularly useful way of getting used to the subtle movements required. You can also turn Trick Relativity on and off here. Personally, I prefer it on as you don't have to move your thumb as much to perform tricks, but it can be quite confusing what way you need to move your thumbs in order to do a specific trick whilst you're learning it. I hope this helps, and if you've got any tips to help learn shove-its out of grinds, please do leave them in the comments. We've got such a wide range of players in the community, it's been great to see all the comments trying to help each other out where you can.